Uh, All right. I got nothing hooked up yet. Okay. Anybody hear me? No. All right. Is this working? Can anybody hear me? No? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Anybody hear me? They should hear me. Well, yes. Okay, why can't you hear me? All right, all I have to do is get the. Anybody hear me?
Hey, John.
I, on my own here today.
Oh, no.
Opposite. Don't have audio yet. Good, you're here. You can at least help me out. What am I looking for? I'm looking for. Um, um, there. Ooh,
Recording.
uh, just kidding.
See?
All right, are we hearing? Can you, I don't know if we're hearing anybody in here. Let me walk out and see. I think we were because. But. Okay. You can talk in just a minute. I don't know, you have to get off. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Oh, you're low volume. It may be
Okay.
my problem. No,
Do you want me to turn up the volume on the little speaker thing here on the?
the volume is on. Okay, well, the good news is. Maybe I. Mike Gain. Look like you on the screen.
Like me or him? No, I know.
Okay, that's the right. Gain.
Who could it be?
Just don't have the volume up here. I need to figure out where the volume up there is.
Oh, I was trying to figure out, there's that long tube on the thing, on the picture. But it's
I
that.
was just sitting there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going out here and you guys have to talk.
Okay, we have to talk. Steve, we have to talk.
We have to talk. Okay. John, can you hear us?
Uh,
Evidently you can't hear us.
yeah, it does not sound
Uh,
promising.
I guess we'll have to figure it out when he gets in here. So what do people see on the other side? That, what you see right there?
Yes. It's normally a little more
So I'm
focused on the
I'm gonna take Rob's seat. Did John talk to you about, say you were crossing with that dump pile and like voice?
Still recording
I
mean, a little bit.
Because my boy continue was still putting stuff jump.
I mean, me.
Oh.
still trying.
Yeah, there's a whole rope in here.
You can't be in here.
I'll talk to you, I'll talk to you.
What I wanna do is see
If that's-
if you can hear us talking.
Yes,
They will what?
talked to him, I mean, had him. So,
They will talk to him.
I told them they should,
Oh, good, yeah, yeah.
because, hey, hi.
Hey, dogless one.
What?
You're a dogless one.
No, listen.
Dogless.
Oh,
The
dog,
dogs refuse to walk in the heat.
oh.
Old. As far as
Oh, I have to let
That's the
you.
only.
Hold on, I have to let you in.
Oh, nice try.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to find again.
Hello?
Right. I sat down in your seat and I said, nah, that'd be a nice guy, but you have it. Then Mary came in and just grabbed it.
Oh, is this your seat?
Yeah, he's so uncomfortable sitting.
Not really.
No,
I'm sat here.
no, we're showing our versatility tonight.
I am, I'm flexible.
Yeah. Did I just see you?
Did you get in?
No,
No,
apparently I was all my emails.
How's life seem?
Look, I need somebody to log into the meeting,
Okay,
I'll
hold on.
make sure this, I can text it to you, and just to make sure the volume's working. Can you hear us, Jane?
I can hear you.
oh, too.
Pretty fine. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good.
I've got my speakers turned up to the max, but
Yes, she does.
All right.
Mine are on medium and you sound fine.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna make you the co-host moment.
Got everything but. So you're good though, right, John?
Yeah, we're okay now.
Okay.
Where is she?
Let's have to do this. Okay, close that.
What's the Wi-Fi again? Is it the Verizon ZRC?
Chris?
Okay, you should have it. Good. Now maybe I can get your answers on what.
What is it?
John? Yeah, town hall.
Verizon ZRC one
is this
5847.
that different?
No, I don't see that one.
You don't see town hall?
Mine just comes up on one. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, look for the town hall one. And it's just all the word town hall.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know what the other panel.
There it is.
You got it?
We got it. What's the password?
Hey,
That's
You mean?
I don't know, mine just comes up. They had it,
the password,
okay.
For
town hall.
town hall, okay.
That's
He
what it's
called
done.
it- It's it's four, just before, and then she come on.
Four?
No, you said four, she asked what the password was, you said four. Is it the number four or FOUR,
Yeah.
which is,
I don't know what. Kathy's password is for her machine, but I. Cause I logged in.
it's on,
here.
it's like, well, I think it's over there, it's the Steve.
Yeah, we
What's
should do.
wrong, John?
Wow, everybody's here early, oh, 7:31,
This is what I.
Yes.
I'm leaving,
I'm sorry.
do you get it?
Are you in?
I'm in.
I'm surprised it doesn't just automatically let you in, mine is,
It will now, yeah.
Yeah, once you,
are you in?
Huh? Yeah.
How you are? Oh, but
Well, but-
not that it matters. This way I can play games during the meeting.
I'm old, I print everything off anyway.
We can do a challenge crossword puzzle, one less all.
Killed too many trees. I like the paper and pencil.
The line paper and stuff. So.
Anything we can do to-
We crash. They doesn't lose power and render.
Well,
This did not charge apparently all day.
Oh, really?
Okay, yeah,
Wow.
I noticed at the end of the day, it was like flashing red, I was like, wait, and I looked down, my little brick wasn't plugged in all the way into the power strip. I was like, no.
and by the way, paper does kill.
Paper kill.
Paper
Yes,
cuts kill.
in the town, paper comes from trees.
Oh,
So actually, it's a good thing that you're using that paper to protect us. Was that a stretch?
what?
My insurance company yelled at me because I had some branches.
You have branches.
They
They
don't,
should yell at you because you live in Washington.
they don't, I know. That's nothing. You can see what my house looks like underneath that. What's holding it up and what's not holding it up.
Yeah.
You hire employee handbook.
Employee handbook?
Mhm.
We kind of went through it last time.
Mm.
This is,
There's a lot there. A lot more than I can even think of.
I'm not planning on becoming the board of the town, but you never know. Hey, Bob.
I think apply to one person, two people.
Yeah, 1.5 people. I had something for you. Somebody wanted somebody to do something. I said that was your thing. And I can't remember what it was, but it was something for sustainability. It was a really good idea. But since we're never gonna know. Yeah, it was really,
But you forgot already?
unless they called you already.
Yeah, okay, good, good.
Oh. I somebody has this company that can come in free and do a collection of all electronic equipment. They'll take it apart and recycle all of it for you.
That's great.
And John Cohen does it with his company and some other people. And he was asking me if the Grove was interested in the program. I said, he should definitely talk to you.
Yeah, I think we would. Anybody else have junk lying around?
I have every computer I ever owned. Seriously, stacked up somewhere because there's pictures somewhere in them.
But you'll ever
Yeah, but-
figure out how to get back to them
And I'll never.
with passwords
Right,
and
yeah.
signing in and your AOL.
But you gotta find all the cords that power them up too. Yeah, I really do have like 7 or 8 of those little laptops.
It should last.
Like my
Someday you
TRS,
just bite the bullet and get rid of them.
I know, my TRS. Did you?
Yeah.
It's
Trash.
But I couldn't afford the cassette player, that was its memory, remember that? You can program it to add 2 plus,
1 kilobyte.
yeah. If that. They were good times. We were simpler people back then.
Simple-minded.
That too, but that never changed. My mom is here for the weekend, boy, she makes me look good, my memory.
She has an excuse.
I know. It's funny, how she's gotten so used to it, like I remember it, like she's not embarrassed about it, she's not whatever. It says, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't remember, I may have said this, I may have said that.
My friends told her they're talking to her like a
Hey.
game of charades, which fits.
Oh,
You know that thing it sounds like, and it was the other thing.
Yeah.
I just remember Jim who had Alzheimer's,
Mhm.
so young. And when you actually like see the real thing. that was.
When I didn't know the Grove, I was still wandering around looking for directions back to my house, and I ran into Jim and said, you know, the way back to the Lumens? And he said, yeah, and he walked in the opposite direction. And then he started telling me about when he was doing Black Ops and the Arctic, and
Yeah.
this man's really cool.
Yeah, no,
Little did I know,
no. Was he walking his dog?
he was walking strong.
Yeah, that poor dog. Got walk. No, stop. We walk it, come back. Whoop. Didn't remember. Didn't remember.
All right, like I can go with that line.
Anything we can do to help?
No,
Okay.
too much
Ooh.
on my,
So John's not here.
no, and he's not, he had an emergency. He won't be here. Okay, can everybody hear me?
I can.
I can.
Speak up, what?
In that case, we'll, get the meeting,
No.
started. And, this is the council meeting. And if I,
Yes.
get my act together,
Mhm.
I can finally, okay, first item of business is approval of the agenda, and who knows, I might be able to show the agenda. There it is. Okay, Mary, is there any changes or anything else to the agenda? We don't actually have to approve it. We just need consensus. All right, so the agenda as distributed.
Uh-oh.
It's coming out. Sorry.
Oh,
This is not.
Can you mute that one? Will we still be able to hear it?
No, we need to hear that. I don't get it. Somebody else.
Your audio on.
It's off.
Oh, this.
Should be off.
I'm not logged.
Yeah, online.
Is anyone else
No,
logging
no.
in Zoom?
I'm not
They
on
logged
this
in.
meeting, but I'll close my computer.
Were you logged in?
No, I'm not.
That got rid of it.
That's weird, but I'm not logged in, but.
Not
Okay.
your fault.
well,
All right,
it's my fault
good.
too.
So, the next item of business then is approval of some minutes. The council got the minutes for the March 18th meeting finally. There was the work, that was the, budget work session. And the May 19th minutes, and last month's June 9th minutes. Do I have any?
Yes, I had sent you this earlier, but I mean tonight, so you probably didn't see it yet. In the
Which one?
I'm trying to pull it up now, the email. It was I think it was the June meeting. The comment that oh, here we go. There was okay, so there was a line, quote, the council suggested Kathy take her proposal to the Historic Preservation Commission. But I think that's a little misleading because it sounds like we all said like, oh, this is what you need to do. My recollection is that it was some sort of offhand comment and she didn't have a proposal. She just had this idea. So I just thought it should say something like there was a suggestion that Kathy share her idea with the HPC.
Okay. Yeah, so there was a suggestion rather than
my-
the council.
Yes, my suggestion is that it says, quote, there was a suggestion that Kathy share her idea with the HPC.
Which meeting?
Suggestion.
It was the June meeting minutes.
I've got it. I can show you in a moment. And yeah, so let's stop the share of that and take a look at the minutes there. Okay, it's up there. I've just modified it. There was a suggestion that Kathy take. There's too many.
Her idea, I would say, because it was not a proposal.
Okay, 2. All right, that was your,
Thank you.
good. All right, we shouldn't be discussing it at all, but we have to approve.
I said that in the,
I know, but-
my message.
But because I didn't make the change. Okay, anybody else?
Mhm.
In that case, all in favor of, approving the 3 sets of minutes? Okay, by saying,
Aye.
okay, that's 5-0. By the way, John Porter had if I didn't say this before, had a personal family issue, which he felt he had to. He was reluctant not to come to the meeting, but he felt he had to, so that's why he's not here. Okay.
Where's Kathy? Is she?
Kathy is just back from vacation this evening. She's flew in from England,
Oh,
London. So she was not gonna make this meeting. And it is being recorded. We're going to have minutes. All right, so this takes us to personal appearances. Where anybody may speak about anything they wish, so no one in the room, is there anyone who is zoomed in? Would like to make a personal appearance? I'm looking and I'm not seeing. All right, so we will close the personal appearances and we will go on to the treasurer's report for June, which is of course the final one for fiscal 25, and Jane is here. Jane?
Yep. I am still waiting on 1, maybe 2 invoices to process into the fiscal 25. So, and then of course they have to be audited. So these are the best we have right now, and unaudited. I do want to comment, just, I think people can figure it out, but if you look at the total income, it looks as if we are under by significant amount on our income. And the reason for that is that the ARPA money that we put into the budget, the 422,000, we've only spent 41,000 of it. Since we already hold that money, it sits in deferred revenue. And as we spend it, the accounting rules allow us to call it earned. And so we have only spent 41,000 of it this fiscal year of 25. So the 41,335 is now considered earned. So if you take out that ARPA money out of the budget, the 72% of total income looks much, much better. And so I don't want anybody to feel alarmed when they look at this report and say, hey, we're at year end and we're only at 72% of our total income. There is no issue there. I've made my comments as usual in the expenses. We have not had any, I think of them as cost centers or departments, what have you. But like if you were to look at the executive at the top, we have spent 97% of the budget. there is not a single cost center that exceeded 100%. So we do not need to do a budget transfer, which we do by ordinance, and there is no need to do it. The remaining 2 invoices that I'm waiting on will not change any of that. So again, as we go down, you will notice with the particularly with the town website, as you all know, we've migrated to the .gov, and we had outside expertise helping us with that, which was greatly appreciated. Very well worth the money. He was not expensive, but it did put us over budget on that line item called town website modernization. But as I said, overall, the executive department did not exceed 100%. If you scroll on down, again, my comments are there. I don't really have any to call out, unless there are any questions to my comments. We had a couple items in the recreation budget, which is where all the events sit. Some of the events went over budget, but we all had fun, I think. So we're not concerned with that. The rec budget is well under budget. And so it goes on down. And at the very bottom, unless you have questions along the way, I have scrolled on my end down to the bottom. You'll see our current cash balances. Right now, we hold 2 CDs at Sandy Spring Bank. Some of you might have read that Sandy Spring Bank has been bought out. I forget the name, Atlantic Union or something, TransUnion. I have friends in the banking business who hold a lot of money at Sandy Spring Bank, and they are not concerned about this buyout. Sandy Spring will maintain its name for about another year. And so we think, John and I had talked about whether we should pull the money out of the CDs when they matured, but neither of us felt comfortable with putting all of our savings in the MLGIP. And the nice thing with Sandy Spring Bank is they offer a collateral assurance program for any funds above the 250,000 FDIC insured amount. And so the fact that we have more than 250,000 there at Sandy Spring is not an issue. And I like having that safety net there. Other banks haven't seemed to offer that. Anyway, enough on the funding, and you'll see the fund balances. I know the stump carving is underway. I spoke with the carver myself today. And we have these other funds, the Meadow Grant. If we don't fully spend that out in fiscal 26, we will be returning that money because we received the full grant in advance. And I'll have to talk with F&B and Woods, I forget which, is sort of covering the Terry Cox Memorial. We'll get that money spent in fiscal 26. That's the full extent of comments I was going to make. If anybody has any questions?
I just have a comment. I just want to know, you have all of the tree removal?
Yes.
It's,
I'm sitting on an invoice at the moment, but the work was done in July.
Yeah, I mean for fiscal 25.
Yes, all the tree removal is in there. It was over budget, but pruning was well under budget. I know Audrey is thinking, she has a list of pruning she would like to jump on. But that will be in this new fiscal year and new budget.
Yeah, Audrey tells me she's told the trees there'll be no more dying until
No more trees are allowed to
late fall.
or die,
All right,
so.
okay, any motion to accept the treasurer's report, please? Mary has moved and we need a second, all in favor of accepting the treasurer's report, thank you. Very good. Thank you, Jean. So that brings me to the mayor's report. Well, it's as usual, start with the kudos. Well, you know, I'm not adding much in to the recognition, but we had several weekends, several events since the last meeting, including the music weekend. So kudos go to the rec committee organizers, the youth recital, the karaoke, the jazz brunch events that brought out young and old, well, older residents to participate and socialize together with the musical entertainment. And the other rec committee umbrella event with other volunteers was July 4th. So kudos to the rec committee and the volunteers, the Musrec band and all the Grovers. Brickbats to the mayor for not realizing that the start time deviated from actually, I guess it was the early time like last year, which was different from the previous 25 years.
We're not the only one.
I know, and it does turn out I was not the only ignoramus, because you know I edit the bulletin, I read the town council reports, you know, you would think I would have at least noticed that it's 11, 10:30 for the judging, but no. Anyway, kudos to the well-organized, including the refreshments at the end, of course, Peter and others. Well done. Okay, second thing I want to report on is the Washington Grove connector, the shared use pathway, which is creeping. Creeping is a generous word to construction. Two things, the engineering progress, with the 35% engineering plan, which has to go through a mandatory referral review by the planning board, hasn't gotten there yet because at the last moment, it turns out that the construction of the Washington Grove connector will be on property that is subject to a forest conservation plan. And the people responsible for forest conservation plans requested that it be revised to account for the connector. And that process, that has a process. And that's what's going on. When it is revised, then reportedly everything is ready to go to this mandatory referral.
Do you know what the revisions entail?
No idea. You know, we're taking a few trees down, obviously. You can't put a pathway and do construction through a wooded area without taking some trees down. So I'm sure the complication involves because, you know, when they built the dang salt barn, everything there, plus the transportation depot, they had to make a, you know, when you do a forest conservation plan, you used to be able to take trees down and plant elsewhere. So that may have complicated
Yeah.
this particular rate. I have no idea I don't want to get involved.
Mhm.
We're assured that it's mostly a formality, but the county has its process. The other thing is that, Gene Krusnick reached out to, the town to have an initial discussion of of obtaining an easement on town property, because the very beginning or end, depending on your point of view, of the connector is going to be at the end of Brown Street on town property. And for them to do work and to do a construction, it's, you can get an easement to allow that, that they get the use of the property for that. So there's a process, and we don't actually have to do anything until they get a little bit further along, because nobody can do an easement without very, with accurate surveys and specifications and what have you. Sue Ellen Ferguson, our town attorney, is well aware that we're going to be doing that. She is hoping that the county will come up with a example easement or pro forma easement. The representative of the easement process person wasn't terribly encouraging that they actually had something like that, but was she? I didn't think.
She said she had something, she said it was a little premature to share it. I
Well,
thought-
that's true, but I think she said it was different. Okay, well,
I
suffice
think
it to say,
so many, because they're all individual.
yeah, they're all in.
But, yeah.
Okay, so we will move to that as soon as they get closer to construction, goes to the mandatory referral, and the rest of the engineering is done. Okay, well, you already heard that Gene spoke to the stump carver, and I just stumbled upon this yesterday, and you guys can now see this was yesterday with the scaffolding around the tree. And if you look closely, if I was to blow this up, which is always a challenge, you can see he's actually drawn on the tree a design. I have no idea what is actually going to be carved.
How's that working? How come like people don't know what it's gonna be?
Well, Tom Lance in charge. Gene is aching to tell us.
Well, don't,
I asked him. It's a hand. Oh, if I turned on my camera, you could actually see me doing it. It's oh, you don't see me. Okay, it's a hand, and there's wrapping around it a hummingbird.
Okay, so this is probably the hummingbird we're looking at here. Yeah, the wings at the top. And okay, sounds
I
interesting.
don't know how the design got.
We can't hear you.
Your volume went down.
Yeah.
Gene.
Anyway, that's what he told me.
it's a ham and a
Ham.
hummingbird?
It's a
It's a ham?
hummingbird eating ham.
Ham.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So just wanted to get that out there. Let's see, the next one is the dog waste stations, which have been installed, and if I actually reduce the size of this, I bet I can show it to you guys. And they're in the 4 locations around town, and those are shown here.
Mhm.
Not all that interesting, it's the same one, they just got moved around for these pictures.
It was cheaper that way.
Right, and wonder of wonders, I saw someone using it.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you-
You got a lot of good
No,
comments.
no, it was supposed to be the dogs using it, not.
Still, still.
Thank you
poop
for
on the
sharing that,
pants,
sir.
Not everybody's using it.
Okay,
I'm fine with that.
all righty, so
Yeah.
they are in
Yay.
place. Next thing I just want to touch on is the vacant properties registry, which we're getting started as of July 1st. I forgot what I told you last week, month, but I'm sure it wasn't that, I sent out 5 notices to 5 properties that appeared to meet the criteria, one of the multiple criteria for a vacant property. And in addition, I sent out 5 others to 5 other properties that if they didn't do anything in the next few months to 9 months would also meet the vacant properties. And the reason I did that is because, who's paying attention? Nobody knows about this vacant, properties registry. I just wanted them to realize that they had this. So, we have heard from, 3 of the properties that were notified, all claiming that well, 2 claim that they're not vacant and 1 would like a dispensation. So, what a surprise. So we'll be dealing with those, in the next few weeks. All right, we still need volunteers for the Board of Zoning Appeals, which of course, the Board of Zoning Appeals, which handles disagreements between proper residents and the planning commission with respect to interpretation of zoning or application of zoning regulations to their property. And these are generally few and far between, and we haven't had one in quite a while. And so the Board of Zoning Appeals has kind of, become moribund, and with Charlie wishing to leave. Right now it has 2 members, we need a 3rd. And of course, since it's not fully constituted and ready to go, we have a potential appeal to the Board of, not an actual one, but a potential one, regarding a fence.
Mhm.
So the kind of things they typically handle in the last 25 years, 30 years, it's been fence requirements.
Church.
And uses at the commercial corner,
Mhm.
right?
Can counselors be, if it's okay, I'll volunteer to be the 3rd person. Board of Zoning.
I will take that very serious because
Yeah.
not getting anybody,
Mhm.
certainly if there's.
That wasn't very
if
complimentary.
there-
If you can't get anybody, so yeah, well.
If there is an actual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An
If
applicant.
no one else volunteers.
You'd be great.
you can do it.
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
No, that'd be great.
Right. Okay, and just as far as events, I'm sure most people are aware Summer in the Parks is happening. Right now, we'll run from last Monday through the end of the month, and the sleep out, sleep over. And they're have quite a crew this year, which is
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
a lot of interest.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of my announcements. Any other questions about anything I should have said or shouldn't have said? Okay, administrative matters. I'm going to have, this was mentioned last month, but town email addresses
Mhm.
for counselors and commissioners. So, it would be a very good idea for town councilors to utilize .gov emails, because that way they can respond using their .gov email address rather than their personal address. The other flip side of that is you're going to have to access our hosting email So that requires, setting up another email access.
There's someone can tell me how to do that?
Yeah,
Georgette did it and.
Your instructions
I
were,
think she did it
yeah.
and you did it. Chris did it.
I lost my email for
Work-
like 12 hours trying to
Was-
set that up. Seriously, my Outlook crashed.
You
And,
should get
yeah.
instructions. See, I don't get
I was just
anything
trying to
with
go
my
through, like,
The
email.
world's simplest.
Council-
I could have
I-
helped your hand.
I know, somebody explained to me what I did wrong.
Oh,
He said it
Counselor,
was reading your instructions.
yeah,
No.
right. As
Yeah,
if it
I agree with you.
wasn't very complicated. You just have to find the right places to put it.
Right, I didn't go to the right address, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I think Counselor Mary at Gmail is still getting all my mail, so.
Well, but you have to set it up. I
Yeah.
can't give
No,
you the.
but I don't get the setup because anything coming to me about as a council person is going to Counselor Mary, who's not me.
No, I'm sending it. I'm pretty sure. Is somebody forwarding it wrong? I'm
It's
sure.
not- it's
Okay,
not.
I'll
Yeah,
deal with this
yeah.
offline.
Yeah,
I'll make sure you got the instructions. It's very straightforward and you
Right,
can
then I won't have to worry
get
about
past the.
John makes house
Problems.
calls.
it.
So does that automatically go now with .gov? Does it go to archives?
I'm sorry?
Archives? Do we need to? A lot of the discussions that we have, right, the information would need to be stored, archived, is that? Having a
No.
.gov do that? for us?
No, that's not doing any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good point. But this will make it clear, this will make it a lot easier,
Easier,
because
sure.
anything you go back and forth with on your .gov will should be considered as town
Mhm.
business, and yes, those should all be archived, should be saved. Okay, and for commissioners, so Georgette wanted the planning commission to have an email address that would at least forward to all of the planning commissioners, so stuff could then be sent to PC@washingtongovernment.gov. That was, it was easy to set up, I thought, except for the unfortunate fact that DreamHost, and I know a host of others, will not forward to .msn accounts or .hotmail, and I'm sure there are others. And the reason for that, I didn't actually look into the reason for that, but I'm sure it has to do with their spam filtering. Those email servers impose some filtering requirements that may be difficult for, other email services to meet. So a few people, you're one of them.
But I have a Gmail, so I can,
Yes,
Oh, with
your
Gmail.
is okay,
okay,
but you
But
should get the .gov and then
yeah,
problem solved.
okay.
Okay. But commissioners can get their own email address, .gov, and HPC. Guys, can all have your own?
News to us.
No, I haven't been, well, actually, it shouldn't be news to you because I said it last month, but you can. And so if, I just need to know. I can set them up, but you have to activate them yourself. I can't activate them for you.
It didn't take that long to set it up, so.
No, as long as, if you know what you're doing.
That's a big if.
That's awesome, yeah.
If your email client is helpful, you can do that. All right. And we have lots of set up. I now have one mayor at. We have mayor of the council at .gov, so we're gonna change, everybody should be sending to .gov. The .orgs will still get to us, but we'll forward all those to .gov, not to your personal email. All right, next item, administrative matter is the revision of the Washington Grove Employee Handbook, which was introduced. Jean presented her draft of that and went through a little bit of it. The rationale for this, aside from the fact that it gives a more comprehensive collects the comprehensive policies and a bunch that we had not actually written down, is that our insurance company heavily recommends these be available. And and we left it last month that everyone was going to look over the handbook and offer Jean your comments directly to her, not at a meeting. And I know a few of you did, and a bunch of you didn't. And
I received responses from two.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say I didn't either, so. I'll throw myself under the bus. That was odd as well. So you have another month.
How?
That's the bottom line is, we're not gonna,
Tabling this
there's
for
nothing to discuss
postponement.
until everybody's had a chance to digest any, what's in there and any questions.
And you think there'll be a different, definition of insanity?
Is that the same four people have it, five, including me. Yep. I do. Okay, next item is some unfinished business. That's resolution 2025-07, introduced last month, the rules for events, and recreational activities that use public facilities. And before I go any further, I need to put that up there. I'm going to trust that I can put the right.
And
always-
John,
I'll
as a
check.
reminder, I've already received checks related to this event that I have not deposited until it is
Okay,
settled.
well, you reminded me
No, no, no,
that the reason we're doing this is to formalize authority from the council to the rec committee to hold this autumn art fall festival,
Mhm.
whatever they're calling it. So so here is the current state of this. I can make it bigger. Wish I could get rid of this, all this crap on the outside of it. At least I haven't bothered figuring out how, I'm sure I can. All right, just to review for everyone where we were, is we've gone through it and, this red at the bottom was a suggestion that there would be, that for activities, town program, for activities used on town property, we actually have a bunch of other requirements that make sense, not too much noise, too much lights, hours, other things that might be imposed upon any of those. And, the rec committee, of course, knows these, and we have policies at the hall, so anybody who uses the hall agrees to abide by the rules. We have some of that for the lake as well, but we don't have that for the circle or, other places. So that was the idea, was to add this thing in red, that allows the council to add those requirements. And ideally, there would just be a list of potential rules that would just be imposed on anyone who comes to the council to approve a new activity and say, okay, approved, here's your other conditions. We received one letter on this with a fairly reasonable, making a reasonable point. It's from Tom Land, that he was concerned that the way it was written, it implied that anyone doing anything in terms of an activity on town property would have to get approval from the council, which of course nobody had any intention of imposing What we do wanna, what the whole idea was a town sponsored activity. So Barbara kindly suggested that we simply stick this town, all new town programs and
Should
activities.
you put add sponsored? Because
What?
should you add town sponsored programs? Because town activities would be anything that's going on in the town.
Town programs. Well, when we say town, all right. Yeah. Well,
Makes sense. Yeah.
Can I,
yeah,
before we start fiddling with this,
Mm.
can we have a motion to accept it? And then we
Yes.
can amend it?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, and then
Accept,
I'll,
yes.
I'll second the motion
yeah.
to accept it.
all right, it's been moved and seconded to
Okay.
amend the
Good point.
introduced version with both of these.
Wait,
Two
to
things.
approve this with these.
Right.
Changes.
Now,
Mm.
Mary can suggest a
Mm.
an
Moderate.
amendment to modify it.
Okay, so I would suggest adding the word, what did I say?
Sponsored.
Program,
Yeah.
just to distinguish it from anything
Mhm.
in town, which is what Tom was
Right.
referring to.
I second Mary's suggestion.
We have a little bit of a problem with that because, as you know, I'm constantly putting up a objection to anything that implies that any of our committees are town organizations. So if the rec committee proposes something,
Mhm.
it's fine for them to do it if the town agrees to sponsor it.
Right.
That's the difference. So can we think up a wording that doesn't,
I don't understand what you just said.
So the reason that I just said all town programs, I mean, I think what I meant to say was like things that are more formal, official things that we do. Because Tom was concerned, oh, if there's a snowball fight, do we have, well, no.
Or pickleball, you know.
Right. But this is like, if it's a town program, I think we know what that means.
Until somebody
Is it
objects.
Town funded? So I could imagine there's maybe 3 different categories.
Uh-oh.
There could be
Uh-oh.
something like the Fall Festival,
Hmm.
which is not sponsored by the town. In other words, we're not sort of organizing it. It's not funded by the town.
No, we are.
no, we aren't. The rec committee.
Oh, so when you say we, you're talking about the council?
The
Well,
fall,
let's-
the Fall Festival of the church? I thought this is about the Fall Festival.
The town is taking it over.
The rec committee is proposing to
Yeah,
take it
to
over
take- right.
and use town property for the activity.
Okay. Well, maybe that's a bad example. I still think there are
Yeah.
potentially 3 different activities. There's an activity that is occurring, someone has gotten permission to use town property to have something occur on it, but it's not being organized or funded by the town government
Right.
or a rec committee, putting aside whether the rec committee is an arm of the town government.
Right.
Then there's an activity that is organized by the rec committee.
Like yoga,
Or the town.
like yoga, maybe.
Yeah. And then there's a third that's actually funded with town funds. Cause you could have like a second that doesn't cost anything, like there's no money, there's no expenditures of town money. And so I think of those 3 categories, the third category is definitely what I imagine is subject to the last and be it further resolved portion. The last 2 categories I think are subject to the second, but the one right above it.
Yeah.
So perhaps all new town funded programs and activities would be the revision to address what I think Tom Lennon was talking about.
Okay, that might do it.
Yeah, because the committees are funded by the town, right?
They are contracted to expend funds on activities approved by the town.
Right. But where
Right.
Very
I got you.
particular.
where we really want town government oversight is where we're using the town funds.
Right.
But the fall festival just is not being funded by the town. And
Right.
so, and but, yeah, but
So-
but we still wanna have control. over
Yes, but
it.
the
Yeah.
fall festival has, is proposing, it's proposing to have for-profit activity,
Mhm.
so that's already up here. It's up here at the beginning, be it further resolved, the scope of allowed for-profit activities at such events
Mhm.
approved by the council may include, et cetera, blah, 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 blah. So,
Well, I'm sorry, there were some blah 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 blahs, but what was the approved by the town council? Oh, okay.
So activities that really are not being funded, they're just activities that spontaneously arise in the town would not be subjected to this rule. Like the things that Tom brought up.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, so somebody
that-
wants to do a softball game, they're gonna go out and play croquet, and everybody's invited to play croquet, and all those things on town facilities
Mhm.
would not be subject to any approval.
So the funded makes a
Makes
distinction.
some sense, and we can
okay.
certainly try it, not on for size.
Okay.
All new town. All new programs. And activities
Town community
use-
programs and activities.
using town funds. Must be approved. How about that?
That makes sense.
Didn't you say that the fall festival is not using town funds?
No, it's
But
not.
it's under the other category
Yes,
of,
but it's under the other
been
category
covered.
of for-profit activities. They
Oh,
Yeah.
may want to
yeah.
have there. That also, that has to be approved as well.
I mean, if we try to find everything that might
Yeah,
not
there's
work.
too many variations.
No, and we could always amend this in the future if there's, just like we're doing it now.
Yes. All new town programs and activities, and it's using town funds. I'm not liking putting in there. Must be approved by the town council prior to inception, approved programs, blah, blah.
Good.
Well, we got a lot of blah, blah. Okay, I hope everybody read it over again to make sure.
Pretty-
there
pretty
weren't
brief.
any other-
Unlike the employee handbook, we can read this.
So. I wanna make sure, what I think. Do we all agree that what the town council should be notified 30 days in advance and what requires our approval are. Two different kinds of events, one. Something like the fall festival, where even if we're not
Mhm.
using town funds, for profit, like profit making.
Mhm.
Entities, persons,
We'll
whatever,
do it here.
are operating on town property. So it doesn't matter that we're not dispersing town funds, we still want approval.
Right,
And then the second is. An activity that's using town funds, even if there's not. For-profit making
Right.
activities,
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
Can we add a sentence in here that just says just that, so that it's clear? We're talking about two kinds of activities that require town council approval. So maybe all new programs and activities for one that involve
uh,
private profit making.
okay, you wanna put in involving, I don't think we need it. I
Yeah,
can put in 1 and 2 in a moment, but.
right, involving
A for-profit,
little I, yeah. For profit activities.
activity. Allowed for-profit activity.
Mhm.
How about allowed, which was up above. allowed. Put it in the right place.
Yeah, I do involving Pren. There's two, just to make clear that there's two. kinds,
And,
yeah,
or,
or for-profit activity or using town funds, yeah.
Okay,
must be approved by the council. Okay,
Okay.
that's what you're suggesting.
good.
That's why we got lawyers. Think very clearly.
Is that what Shakespeare said? The words?
Let's go all of them. What's 1,000 lawyers change about a news? A good start.
You wanna go down there with those jokes? Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Owner partners allowed for-profit activity or using town funds must be approved.
Good.
I forgive me, I probably wasn't following Robert's rules, but I offer that as an amendment.
And another amendment.
Yeah,
Hmm.
is there a second to my amendment?
I'll second it. Oh, never beat me to it, kind of.
Simultaneously
Wait,
seconded.
all right.
Any other discussion on this?
No.
All in favor of an amendment? Okay,
Okay.
it's 5-0. Any further comments on the resolution?
Good job.
No, I think it's great. It's really,
Yeah.
from speaking for the rec committee, this has been a really good exercise for us. That's because there's no clue that, what the relationship with the council was, at least from my perspective and the novices on there. So this is really, and the council has been very cooperative in supporting what we're trying to do, and that's appreciated.
Mhm.
And the timeliness is really appreciated.
Good, great,
All right.
game to please.
Okay, if there's no further discussion on this, we can move to a vote. All in favor of approving the resolution? That's 5-0.
Yeah,
Okay.
bring on the taco truck.
What I didn't put on here, but which Peter might want to raise,
Hmm.
is approving the rec committee's activity, fall festival proposal. For town property, involving for-profit activity.
Oh, so you can.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh,
30
We have
days
to now
in advance.
approve
Let me
a
get-
new activity, right?
When is it?
September.
it's coming up in fall. Is it September or? I think it's
They
like
said
September, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I would just say that,
Yeah, we should vote on it.
well, the thing is that
by
there's,
the August.
so Renee's got over 20 vendors who are signing up for it. They wanna, as Gene said, they wanna provide their fees, so it's time sensitive, so we're really hoping. Well, there's no reason, so.
It's not on the agenda, so.
Yeah.
or that we have approved.
You can put it in a new business, there's always can be new business.
Yeah,
You can-
may as well
Can we do
put
that?
on it, 'cause if
Yeah.
we're not-
We can wait till we get to new business, but
Yeah,
it actually is the next thing after. this.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
Okay, new business.
So can I make that, can I make that motion?
Yeah,
No? And is the motion just to approve the fall festival? Or do you want to know more about it? Oh, but the motion is that we approve the fall festival.
they actually, it's here in let me just see whether we actually have a good description. I thought it was in their proposal. It certainly was in when you asked me about it, and that where is it? Press rec committee. A separate event proposal is being developed now.
I'm afraid to open my computer because I'll get the echo back.
Okay,
Yeah.
they need to submit a proposal. Unless I missed it, I don't have. one.
Yeah, it was Lisa.
She said, this is the proposed revision to, I didn't,
since we've got to deal with the stormwater stuff.
Yeah.
Can we vote on this in August?
yes, I was saying, we don't have a
Yeah,
proposal.
because it was a verbal
You said go ahead. You
There's a
said-
verbal
I'm
approval.
I'm sure, right, I don't wanna, I don't wanna be presumptuous, but I mean, I'm sure that we're gonna approve it, but I just would like to see.
Right,
it.
Even though-
it depends whether we want to impose any other conditions.
Oh,
So,
okay,
you know,
yeah,
there's-
yeah.
there's-
So we can do that in August, because, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And because you were very positive at the last meeting,
Yeah.
so, okay,
We might make them like give free food to council.
Okay. unless I can find, I'm just gonna look real quick and see this.
Okay, find it, great, if not.
Yeah, sure.
Not so great.
Okay,
Okay, then let's move on to the elephant in the meeting, the presentation of the designs and engineering plans for the stormwater infrastructure maintenance project. So we have a lot of people here, hopefully, and what I had prepared in the meeting materials, I hope everyone took a look at, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
make an apology about the engineering diagrams, which somehow got mangled and turned around. I've fixed that. He said, I've fixed that, so now they're okay. So what you have to do is bring up the description of designs document that I put together. The new one has a correct link to a correct, more readable engineering plans. Otherwise, everything else pretty much the same. Okay, so I prepared this description of designs. If you look at the engineering, if those of you who looked at the engineering plans, if you're familiar, if you're able to read those in the gory detail, with the many lines, more power to you, but I thought it would be helpful to describe exactly what was being built, why we're building it, what was being built, what the impacts look to be to us, and what the maintenance consequences will be going forward. So that's in this description of designs document. I could have where is the one? Where it is. I should be showing it to you, but I'm not gonna go through it. I'm gonna do it this different way. We'll show it to you. This is what I'm talking about here. And at the top explains what I've just explained to you, and there's a few other links that are helpful for visualizing what's going on. There's this map which shows where the area is, and then for each area, there is the description I just outlined. That would be area 1 at the intersection of Chestnut and Acorn, and so on all the way through. The engineering plans, of course, I'm not going to show them, but they are now available. What I am instead going to do is to kind of, with some photographs I took, just discuss tell everybody what is in fact being done, so that we can move in and do the business here, besides showing everybody what's gonna be done. What the swim group is asking from the council is to approve those designs in substantially similar form, because these things is not a rock solid, everything, this is a 35% plan. 35% plans have changes. But approve the designs to move forward with the next checkpoint, which is to sign a design build amendment to our contract. The contract we engaged in is for a fixed amount of $570,000. There was preliminary design work to be done, which is what we've been doing and what I'm going to show you. And with that information, accurate cost estimates and proposal could be made by the contractor SMI. And then we could specify how the $570,000 would be apportioned into the various, in our case, we have sub-projects. So we know that's what the design build all about. It portions the funds among the various projects. If, for example, one became, say we exceeded the funds available in the contract, then we would have to not do some of the work. No, which won't happen. So what we're looking at is approving the designs and going forward with putting together the design build amendment. I'm not going to show you any cost breakdown figures until we get the design build amendment, which will come back in August for approval. I don't think you guys will be terribly interested in those details, but we need to have them because we need some responsible spending of money and that's what is required.
So you're looking for a motion to approve the design and engineering plans, is that correct?
That is correct, and I'm glad you mentioned that.
So I move that we.
Wait, I have a motion for you because I don't want to have to wordsmith the motion. So before we go into that, I will show you, and I dumped it in there. No, I did dump it in there late last night or this morning. Okay, is that big enough for you guys to read? All right, the motion is the mayor may proceed with drafting the design build amendment to the stormwater infrastructure maintenance contract with the understanding that one, the work plan will not substantially differ from the engineering design concepts 35% presented in the description of designs and the engineering plans, what I was about to outline. The total funds allocated among the work areas and contingencies will not exceed the contract amount of $570,000, less funds already spent on the engineering design. So we've already spent some of the 500. And lastly, the amendment will be reviewed by the town attorney.
So just to clarify then we don't need to approve, like number 11 doesn't need an approval, is that what you're saying now? But this is for number 12 on the agenda?
Yes, this is number 12.
So you're saying we don't need a motion for number 11? Is that my
It's a
understanding
presentation.
correctly? Okay,
Yeah.
It's a,
okay.
you know, the
Okay.
swim
I just wanted to understand
staff
the
presentation
process.
so
Okay,
that you can vote intelligently, hopefully, on
got it.
the motion. I put the motion there just.
Well,
Okay.
so I will make this
You
motion.
can make the motion. You
Yes.
can have the
I'll second
discussion.
it.
Okay, and now we can
Yeah.
discuss.
All right,
Okay.
so let me, okay, I hope everybody's gonna be able to see that. I did go to some effort.
This is not in the materials you've given us, what you're about to show.
No, this was not in the materials because I just put it together. Okay, so area one, and I didn't, area one is Acorn. It's Chestnut Road at Acorn. It's in the RFP.
Mhm.
And can you see, I didn't quite get the, this is Acorn and Chestnut, that's the southeast corner. Right, everybody should be able to see. It is in the yellow marks there indicate pavement that is proposed to be removed to reduce the size of the Acorn Chestnut intersection and provide additional earth and area for landscaping and for water facility, control facility. So that's the area where work is proposed, and what's proposed is to remove the asphalt and that swale you're looking at, which currently feeds a pipe that runs from the swale to the lower right corner. To improve that sump, we call it a sump, with swales running up Acorn, so from roughly the tree that's visible along, and you'll see all the pavement being removed. There's the yellow marks. Down Acorn, the swale will drop the water into where this pipe is. Here's the down Chestnut. There'll be another swale development, just grassy swale, all ending up at that corner. Where there'll be a new pipe, and that new pipe, currently there is a pipe there now. Looking at the outflow, it's from across Chestnut, looking back up the same direction. This pipe will be abandoned. The pipe on the left, will also be abandoned. And the new pipe will go from that corner where I was showing you the sump, out here to where the asphalt swale is cutting across the intersection. This is what that currently looks like. The pipe on the left actually comes from the other corner, the northeast corner of this intersection. That pipe will be replaced with a newer, larger pipe, and a new pipe running diagonally will come in, and this old pipe here will either be abandoned or actually removed. And that's the work pretty much at Acorn and Chestnut. The engineering work takes into account the drainage from the town, drainage areas, and I could show that map, but it's really too complicated. Drainage comes from several areas, and all ends up at the woods, eventually, via Washington Grove Lane. And those drainage areas come through town. One of them comes through here. A fair amount of it comes through here. There's more comes down, for example, McCall. We're not doing anything over there. And the other drainage areas that go down center, that go down and come down Oak, for which the current stormwater management takes that water out to Washington Grove Lane one way or the other. Okay, so that's area one. The next one I'm called area 1 to 7, meaning it actually connects area 1 to 7, and that's that asphalt swale. So there's the asphalt swale. We're looking back up towards that Acorn Chestnut intersection. This is along the church parking lot. And the proposal is to, I think I got one more. Here we are again looking at the church parking lot. The swale comes at a little angle across onto Chestnut Avenue, and it's running up along those, along here. Proposal is to replace this, just remove the asphalt and replace it with an earthen swale, which will have some what we call check dams in it to reduce erosion. There's not a whole lot of stuff you can do, but the fact is that asphalt, water flows more rapidly along asphalt, plus this asphalt has deteriorated to a certain extent. So that removing it and replacing it with an earthen grassy swale, which will have grass grow into it, but also have other plantings grow into it as long as it doesn't obstruct the swale, coming down here. That will come, here's the asphalt swale, that would be removed as well. And this will join the flows from Chestnut Avenue, from both sides of Chestnut Avenue. And we'll get to where that goes when I get to area 7. But I want to do area 2A. Area 2A is Chestnut Avenue.
Could you just go back? So are we taking into consideration the fact that there's a swell there, and then on the right, what do you want to call that? And then on the right side, that is a walking path, which a lot of people, they don't use, people use the church to get access down. Okay, but is anything being thought about that?
Yes, there is a walkway when we get to discussion of this
Oh, okay.
in more
Okay,
detail.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, there will be a
Good.
walkway, hardened
Awesome, yeah.
walkway connecting the church parking lot to the walkway on Chestnut and on Hutch's.
Okay, but not from Chestnut. So we're gonna have, we're counting on being able to use the church parking lot for access and not road property.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, no, well, that's correct. we're not gonna change anything the way it is now,
Well,
right?
but right now, you could actually walk there, theoretically, you could walk on Grove property.
You'll still be able to do that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna make any, we're not gonna use. We're just replacing the asphalt swale, it'll be 4 feet wide, that's roughly what the asphalt swale is.
Yeah, yeah,
Everything on the side of it, if that's what you're worried about.
yeah, just access
Remains
to pedestrians.
accessible.
Yeah, okay.
Are you saying walking down from Chestnut Road to Chestnut Avenue?
Yeah, nobody walks.
Yeah, we're not providing a path.
I mean, there is technically,
Between Chestnut Road and Chestnut.
yeah, I mean, technically, there is a path there now.
Only because they cleaned all the brush out last year.
Yeah.
Well,
Right there, you're looking at it.
right, right.
It'll still be there.
I mean, will be. I thought this is all being taken.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bob suspects that the church parking lot's actually on the right of way there.
Yeah, okay, just wanted to make sure that we're remembering.
That thing we're
about
not
this.
making an issue out of because we're not doing anything.
But we're not actually making a path. It'll be a grassy
Yeah,
swale.
it's gonna
It won't be asphalt, but there's no path.
No.
Right there.
Right.
Just like there's no path now.
Yeah, I don't know if you consider that a path, but.
Well, it's
I never
not,
used
no, but it could be. I mean, that's my bucket list is that. But we'll put the overhead walkway down there then, after.
I
mean,
maybe you
the-
could consider that in the future.
The asphalt
The tree-
swale that currently is there is sort of a de facto path, right? Lots of people walk down it.
Yeah.
It's-
So
Yeah.
lower part.
Yeah.
But not the part, not this part.
Everybody
Nobody walks.
everybody walks through the church parking
They
lot.
all
Yeah.
walk through the church parking lot.
Yeah.
They walk across the
Yeah,
Yeah,
church property
Yeah.
to Chestnut Avenue.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so going on to 2A, well, 2A is Chestnut Avenue, between Oak and Center, and, if I don't mung it up, that's the view, that's what Chestnut Avenue looks like today. And, the proposal is to regrade this such that the walkway, 8 feet, will be on the west side, which is the left here. And on the right side will be a well-designed swale carrying water. All the water from east of Chestnut Avenue, this block. The same thing on the other block, the next block, will be directed towards Center Street in the case of this block. So this will look a little different because the swale will be more defined, at least to start. It'll be deeper. And the walkway will be moved, probably, will be moved to the west, which is the left. somewhat.
And raised.
And raised, yeah, well, the swale is low and the walkway has to be above it, right?
Well, it'll be raised above the level it is now.
Yes, yes. But it will be grassy and everything else, once it's all said and done. Okay, this is looking what is this? Looking the other way. This is looking, pretty much from Center Street now toward Oak, the other direction.
Mhm.
All right, and about, I don't know if you can see about here is where currently water crests over this thing. Water can currently not get to Center Street. And it all runs through private property to the right. After this is done, we are told by our engineer, the water will not do that. It will go instead into Center, where we're going to be improving the Center Street swales to handle all the water. Okay, so
Are you gonna regrade you're gonna regrade
Yes.
the last bit, and so that's gonna come down at a more or less continuous.
yes,
rate?
it's all be continuous. Now, the swale is in this photo, the swale is on the left.
Yeah,
The walkway is moved to the right.
mhm.
And yes, it will come down and then it will pass through Center Street.
Yeah.
And here's that corner that you're talking about. To the left is Chestnut Avenue.
Yeah,
you're looking down, center. And the current swale at the intersection of the walkway and the street. And that will receive, the new improved swale will receive the water from Chestnut Avenue.
And yeah, so the idea will be instead of having a big pool,
Right, well,
it will,
pools are hopefully temporary,
they are,
all pools better, yeah,
they are.
Nobody can guarantee
they are
no
temporary
pools. as long as they don't stick around for a long time.
Yeah, well, it's nature.
Okay, a 2B is just now Chestnut between Center and Hutch's Way, where the asphalt, so we're looking down there now. It also is going to get a regraded walkway. Won't appear as high in this early part, because as you can see, this actually shows it slopes downward already, but it will be higher further on. No, wrong direction. Now this is looking the other direction. You'll note there's, I didn't get far enough away, but in past that tree, slightly to the right of the sign is Center Street in the background there. So the walkway will come by. It won't affect that tree. It might affect that bush. Almost certainly that bush will go. And it will come this far, and here is the Chestnut continuing past the asphalt swale. This is going toward Macaulay. So that water comes down Chestnut Avenue in this direction, will also join the flow into Hutch's Way. So that's the work on Chestnut Avenue there. Let me back it up. Where this swale is, there it will be the walkway connecting the Chestnut Avenue walkway to the church toward Chestnut. The reason it needs to be there is because the water has to come down and has to get to Hutch's Way. And to do that, it has to pass through this walkway. Either we have to go over it, or it has to go under it. There's going to be a culvert under this walkway heading toward the church. Just like there'll be a couple of pipes together to handle the flow past the new raised Chestnut Avenue walkway onto Hutch's Way, where there currently is a asphalt swale that will be removed. And we'll get there, that's area 7. Area 4 is Oak Street. Here we are at Chestnut Road looking down Oak Street. That is the south side of Oak, where there currently is a swale. That's where the water that comes down Chestnut Road and from across the road is supposed to go. And this is just going to be re-engineered as a grassy swale. It'll have some check dams to avoid any erosion, and this will continue on down Oak just as it does now. This is we're looking now, we're halfway down Oak, and what you see is on the left where that car is parked is the beginning of where the pavement widens out. And in order to put the swale and improve the drainage and reduce the flow, asphalt swales increase the flow rate because water flows very hard. The proposal is to take out the asphalt to reduce the width of Oak to the same width as where this is, where the same width is here. There, you can see the car, the white car in the background. That will be where the swale will just continue. And there will be a conduit under where Chestnut Avenue comes into Oak to take the water past Chestnut Avenue. There will be conduits, pipes under a walkway to um, the property at the corner of this half of Chestnut and the new owners. What?
Yeah, Rachel's out.
Yeah, Rachel's Pacquiao, for
Pacquiao.
those
Yeah.
who are,
Dear God.
and the new owners have expressed some plans to turn the garage there back into a garage. And therefore drive their cars off of Oak into the garage, so there needs to be a driveway. So we have to put a pipe under the driveway, as well as under the walkway. All those are in the plan. You can look at the plans, by the way, and you'll see all this stuff. I'm just verbally describing it to you. I want to comment here is that parking where that white car is,
Yeah.
that parking is going to become a swale. The road gets narrower, but you can see the cars parked on the right, including mine. There's plenty of room to park on the right without blocking or obstructing the road. So there's no compromise, we believe, to parking, except that you got to park again on the north side of the street.
So the main impact would have been on them, but if they're gonna do a driveway in it,
Then they're not gonna have an issue anymore for their
right?
daily, visitors.
Right.
Okay, so moving on down center. Now here we are at the looking back up Oak from Hickory, and there's that white car again on the asphalt that will be removed, and there's a grate, as you can see, where the water comes down that asphalt swale and goes into this grate, and a pipe goes under Hickory. That's pipe's going to be replaced by a larger pipe. That grate won't be in the roadway anymore. It'll be in the swale, the new swale, at that corner. Across the street from, so this grate goes into a pipe. The pipe crosses Hickory. We have this. It doesn't show terribly well. You see the concrete a cap on an inlet to our only underground stormwater collection facility. This stormwater collection is under Hickory from nearly pretty much at the commercial corner, but it's on the other side. It's on the on the east side of Hickory. It has a bunch of grates and for water to flow into it. It flows down. It flows into this thing, through this thing, and then it turns and goes down this end of Oak to Washington Grove Lane. So the water from Oak gets collected and sent into the last part of that underground stormwater system. So
I remember the pipe is not gonna be replaced.
no, this pipe's not going to be replaced. Did I say it was? I'm sorry. Yes, the pipe has been deemed to be sufficient. This, however, will be graded because this thing is,
We can't see your finger.
you can't see my well, you're looking at that, and if I was looking at that.
I can see it.
Okay, yeah, I unfortunately my arrow,
There you go.
this corner of of trucks and other cars frequently go off the edge. You can see that the pavement is somewhat broken. The plan is to regrade this. There's still no shoulder, but we'll put some sort of a better barrier for vehicles so they don't fall off into that. Eventually, whatever we put in will be impacted by vehicles turning, but hopefully we'll put something in that won't suffer too much damage to. And this is true in a bunch of other corners too.
Right.
All right, so where are we here? We are looking further. We're looking up Oak. This is near Chestnut Avenue. You can see it there on the right. And this is where the swale, just an improved swale, will come down slightly. went the wrong direction. Area 5 is Center Street, along Center Street. So this is where looking down from Chestnut Road, and the swale of the improvement will be on the south side. That's the left-hand side, and you'll see here there's also a widened area with a asphalt curb, which serves as the swale. The water comes down from Center and from Chestnut, goes down this swale and keeps going all the way to through a swale and pipes down all the way to Center and ultimately to Washington Grove Lane. So the proposal again is to remove this asphalt to create space for a swale. And in this case, we are expecting to put a bioswale in. Bioswales perform two functions. They put they are retention devices. In other words, the water designed so that less water goes out than comes in, retains some water, and also their water quality facilities, because the bioswale, if you look at the description of the designs, it links to some renderings, and it shows what the bioswale looks like. It's dug down about 6 feet, has some various layers of stuff, and it is planted with grasses and other stuff, that's why it's called a bioswale. There are some pictures. I could show them tonight, but I think you guys can all take a look at them of what those can look like. They can be quite attractive. We're going to toss to a town committee or the forestry and beautification or combination of the two to decide what exactly to put in. There's quite a collection. Steve is looking into various and sundry things that are recommended for bioswale.
Yeah, so a copy of it.
Okay, yeah. And of course, there will be considerations as to what to put in. So we're going to put a bioswale for as many segments as we can. We think down Center. Once again, that's interrupted by, you can see the walkway to the former Kurt's house there. So that walkway has to go over the bioswale. So the swale. So the bioswale is going to have to end before there and start up afterwards if that works. And the same is true as you go down Center. I have turned around here at Hickory and looking back up again where the bioswale will be. This is what it currently looks like. The roadway does not get narrowed here. The roadway stays where it is. But a bioswale plus, you can just see where their walkway is, and that walkway is going to have to cross over the swale. All right. This is that corner, the corner of it's the Center east from looking up
Hickory Center.
yeah, Center, did I say Hickory? So up from Hickory. This is what it currently looks like. The swale comes down here, and it's a asphalted here, and there's a pipe, which I don't know that you can see. Here's looking at it in the other direction. This coming around, and then there's a pipe. You can just see it here, there. This is going to be replaced by a larger pipe. That pipe crosses the intersection, crosses Center, goes across here to where the stop sign is. You can just barely see the another pipe then runs down under Hickory and opens up right here at the garage. I'll tell you what we're going to do about that when we get to Area 6, which is next. One final look. This is gives you the Hickory Center Hickory intersection. We are looking at the outflow of the pipe that so this water runs down Center, enters this pipe here, oops. And crosses, okay, come on. Crosses center, cross here at the stop sign, it comes this way and then runs toward Washington Grove Lane. And that will be, the current plan is to do exactly that, but with larger pipes. Okay, and
Probably deeper.
yeah, deeper, yeah, for sure. Because we're not gonna raise the road or anything. Okay. So now that area.
That entire intersection is gonna be dug up.
No, just that one pipe area.
So will they not have to? They won't have to dig up the road?
No,
They're gonna dig up,
just where the pipe is.
tell where the pipes are,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be putting squash pipes in, which are wider, but not as tall.
But they dig under, so they're not gonna have to disturb the road.
Yeah, no, they have to cut into the road where the pipe is,
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying.
just where the pipe is.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you meant the whole intersection. No,
yeah. I mean, I obviously well, I don't wanna say obviously. I imagine they will try to minimize the disruption to the road, but there will be some disruption to the road.
What they'll do is cut it out, take the old pipe out, put a new pipe in it, and then probably put a metal plate over top. So you can still use the road.
Mm-hmm.
no, I think they're gonna asphalt over it,
Well,
patch.
but that.
But
they'll temporarily-
eventually, yeah.
Temporarily, they'll put a steel plate
Yeah.
on top.
Right. Like what you see downtown when they're digging up all the streets downtown to put new fiber optic cable, yeah.
Okay, so at the end of Center, so Center, of course, continues on to Washington Grove Line. This is, you know, what much of what it looks like, and we have we've closed off Center and abandoned that to vehicle use, and it's just a walkway. On the left, you see the driveway to 215 Washington Grove Lane.
Yeah.
And on the right, you see the gate, which is an access to the house there through their back. So this is the area which we are. So before we get to that area, here the pipe has delivered water, which currently runs along this asphalt swale, runs along here, the right edge of the road, and out and down to Washington Grove Lane. In conjunction with installing a gravel wetlands, which is going to be installed there. What you see there is proposed to be a gravel wetlands. Call it a submerged gravel wetlands. We also have a diagram of that. We've talked about it when we had this the proposal. But where the RFP proposed a gravel wetlands. Essentially what it is, it's a engineered, I won't call it a pit, it's a facility, again, 6 feet down, gravel, this, that, and the other thing. It's planted and it will detain a fair amount of water and actually retain some of it. Retaining means less goes out than comes in. But not a huge amount. Its main effect will be to allow the flow into the Westwoods to be reduced under most storm conditions. Yeah. So that's where that's going to be. And I need to talk a little bit more. It's going to fill up much of what you're seeing in the middle, so there's going to have to be a walkway on either the right or the left side. And that will allow you to walk from Center on to Washington Grove Lane. That walkway would definitely fit on the left side. But it's also possible to consider putting it on the right side, and we haven't actually firmly decided which side to put it on, but it'll be roughly the same sort of thing. It will be on one side of the walkway, the gravel wetlands will descend So it'll require a fence for safety, so people don't fall in there. I mean, it's not gonna descend it's not a cliff, but still, you know, dogs and small kids and everybody else. So it'll have to have that, on it as well, and that's in the plan. Okay, how about the other side?
So- Question though?
Sure.
And I think Steve mentioned this before, am I wrong? This wetland, gravel wetland submerged, whatever the title is.
Yes.
Submerged gravel wetland. Is that similar to what's on Brown Street Annex?
No.
This is more of a catch basin.
Okay,
And it's got it catches water, fills up, and then when it hits a certain point, it has an overflow or a flow. If we get real heavy rains, it also has a bypass pipe that will let it flow, but the water will always be flowing out of the catch basin. The one down on Center Street or Brown Street is what they call sand. It's built with sand, not gravel.
okay.
Water goes through the sand and then goes out a pipe under the berm, goes out a pipe into the woods.
So there's nothing that's caught in the
Right.
one that's in Brown.
Right, and this here has filtration as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
The one on Brown, doesn't function if things grow
Mhm.
in the pond.
Brown Street has actually been outdated
Yeah,
for probably 15 years.
Hmm.
yeah.
Montgomery County keeps updating it every couple years. They find out, the gravel ones, there's one on Oaken, right before you go under 370 on the left-hand side. That was done a year after we did a sand pit one in the same vicinity, because the county changed their.
You can't even see it's there. It's so overgrown.
Yeah,
It's really grown over.
So John, I think you neglected to mention that the pipe that comes from Hickory goes under the driveway, and there's a trench drain to pick up the water that gets
Right.
into the driveway.
Cause
It
I,
continues on next to the gravel wetland, all the way to Washington Road, Lane now.
oh, next to,
well, that's your bypass pipe I was talking about.
okay.
It goes into the gravel wetlands. Once gravel wetlands fills up, then it'll go through the bypass.
Right.
Down Washington Road.
Yeah,
so the pipe goes under straight along the right-hand side of the road under. And at this driveway, which is often flooding right up to the garage. We're planning to put in a grated collection, I don't know what they call it, drain. Graded French drain, which will take the water and put it directly into that pipe.
Yeah, it's a grate. With a
So
half,
they shouldn't have any buildup of water anymore.
it's like a pipe that's cut in half,
Yeah.
sets in the ground, and then the grate goes over the top of it.
okay. Well, I guess the other thing, when you say that, and in several places in here, we talk about maintenance and cleaning out, I don't know if you've been.
That has to be cleaned out. It won't function if it's blocked.
Yeah, so what's the periodicity, I guess, and how frequent do you think that we're gonna have to be doing that with all the leaves?
It really depends. I mean, all these areas have maintenance to them, but it's very little maintenance. It's not a whole lot of maintenance. Where your your plants and all are. Most of them are gonna be all perennials.
Mhm.
And where your perennials are, they'll be cut down in the winter time and all your leaves go with it. So the maintenance on it is very minimal on all of them, pretty much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this is looking at from Washington Grove Lane up in that area where this wetlands is going to be, just so you see what it is. And I have threw in pictures. Here is the northwest corner. So if the path was on this side, it would have to make a turn and get to this sidewalk in a handicapped accessible way, and you just have a slope that is manageable. That may be difficult here, but if you do it on this side, It could be graded to be of the appropriate slope. Um. This side's more appropriate for stairs. Few steps would do it, but that's not handicap accessible. So, okay. Area 7, back to Hutch's Way, is out of order. Hutch's Way is just this asphalt swale that goes all the way down to Hickory. At Hickory, it goes under, in a culvert under the road and out into the stormwater drain system on Washington Grove Lane. It's gonna be replaced with a grass swale with check dams and a path on the right side, the north side. Area 8, 9, coming up to the end, guys. 8 and 9 comprise Chestnut Road into the intersection here on Center, where the hole is. You see the hole there on the right. And this just shows what the intersection looks like. The current pipe, there are two pipes. The one pipe where the asphalt has clearly been restored is a new pipe that was put in by Pepco in conjunction with them mangling the pipe. When they installed the EV charging system, that has an elliptical pipe and won't be changed. But the outflow will be different because that water will also, we are okay, there's the other end of that pipe I just said that was replaced. See, it's elliptical, it's not round. But the water will be coming down Chestnut Road in this photo from the right, which is south. And here's that corner again. And what happened to my picture of? I guess I forgot to put my picture down Chestnut Road. Chestnut Road from a driveway most of the way to Oak. 3/5 or 3/4 of the way to Oak.
Yes.
Hanson driveway. From there all the way to here at this corner of the intersection. We'll have a French drain along it to because we don't have a lot of town property to use for a swale. So currently there is some asphalt swale. Hard as it is to believe, you can't actually see it at all, but it's there. And the rest of the distance doesn't have an asphalt swale. So that will be replaced by this French drain gravel. And a lot of vegetation will be removed and then it can be replaced. New stuff can be put in as decided. This is the town hall corner. That will be somewhat regraded. That grate isn't functioning like much because it's higher than the water flowing in. So it's supposed to catch water and deliver it across under Chestnut Road. And that's it.
Well, there's a new pipe from that point diagonally across to.
Oh, yes. So the pipe that now currently runs to the other corner, which is visible.
So is that grade going to be moved also?
No, the grade stays right where it is, I believe.
It'll just be regraded.
We just,
Oh, okay.
so that it actually collects.
And the other
Does,
pipe,
John.
the other pipe will either be blocked off or taken out.
Yeah.
So, John, is there anything in your write-up of what you're recommending that differs from the recommendations that are in the hydrology report from the whatever essay on?
They should not be inconsistent. We are having the hydrology report needs a little revision, just because it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
The way it was written, there's some apparent conflicts in what it says. It was explained to us, really aren't conflicts, but he's gonna rewrite it to make it a little bit clearer.
Yeah. But I think that the recommendations at the end of that are congruent with.
Yeah.
Right, that's why when I saw your document and their document, it looked like you were trying to explain, put a little bit more flesh on the bones of their recommendation.
Oh, yeah. No, I was trying to.
Taken from the other documents, but I wasn't quite sure if there was any daylight between them or.
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay, that seemed to be.
If there is, it was not meant to be that.
So I guess it's a question.
Yeah.
Because this is 35%, and we know that, you know, as you get into this, that design needs will probably change and. You know, I don't know, we already put out the not proposal, what's that called, the
RFP.
not the RFP, it's next on the agenda where we're supposed to. Motion, yeah. So how are the design changes going to be handled once, you know, we give the green light as a council for the mayor to work on construction?
The approval is for design not substantially different from what you've seen here, which allows, you know, some practical alterations that might affect the cost, for example. Or we overlooked because we didn't get out there and somebody didn't get out there and actually find out what we have. If trees, for example, there's at least one problem, a tree that we are not going to compromise, so we may have to work around that. There's a few things like that that just couldn't be at 35%. The engineer said it was just, you know, didn't need to deal with it in that detail. By the way, the design is really closer to 65%.
Okay.
In most of the cases.
No.
Yeah, no.
The design is, the design's not gonna change pretty much from what it is.
Yeah, what happened, the next phase is called design development, so all of the concepts and the ideas, the basic stuff is there. And it can be costed like we said, so we'll have that, but it'll go through a process of development where they.
Well, the actual measure, you know, the actual meets and bounds of the work has to be specified.
Well, I guess, you know, what I'm trying to also figure out is there gonna be another need for council to get involved? Hypothetically, if you're out there digging and you run into something that may require, you know, dipping into a contingency or something like that, are we?
You always have a chance in any construction,
Sure.
something comes up.
So I'm just wondering if it's expected for the council to have to, or is this a green light to go ahead as long as we're not deviating much from
Now,
that?
so this contemplates coming back in August, saying, here's how we're apportioning the money to do the work. If there are any material changes, you'll know what they were. Not anticipating it, but
Sure.
there was. And at that point, we say, okay, yeah, good, sign the dang thing, and then the 100% engineering, as Bob was pointing out, needs to be done. And all of that it has to be adjusted based on once they actually get there on the site to the parameters that actually exist. Hopefully there'll be very few, you know, conundrums and if you're asking are we gonna need more money? Hopefully not, but possibly yes. I'm not presenting any cost figures. There is based on the current cost proposal for this work, what I've just been describing, which we haven't examined the details of. So the current customer may not have included everything. And Bob thinks it also has some inconsistencies which may have overestimated the amount. All of the actual costs can be allocated by the contractor as they see fit, as long as they do the work that is specified. So we're just seeing how he breaks it all down. But you know, we have expectations. Here's what it's going to be done. and they have to do it within the budget. If there's something unforeseen and they can't do it within the budget, then we'll have to deal with it, and we have extra funds. And I really don't wanna go into that tonight.
Yeah.
We knew all about these,
Well, no, pretty much, I think. I'm just trying to figure out if there's, we're at 35%, is it expected, for the council to get involved again for like a 75% or 100%, or can we just move
No.
forward with this?
not unless there's something different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're done with you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you're done. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're done until you get appalled at the results.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that won't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor.
Mhm.
You read it. I can put it back up to make sure everybody is reminded where we are. It's this one. Any discussion on this motion? Guys ready to vote?
Yes.
All in favor? All right, it's unanimous. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Great.
now we're gonna have another contract. I always love it. Notice the lawyer has been out of it for now. Rob, no insult intended. But the lawyer has to get back into it and make sure if this one may be a whole lot easier than the actual contract. Because the contract contains all of the expected behaviors of everybody with respect to the project. The design build assistant amendment about exactly what's going to be done. The way I understand. Okay, great. So we're now on to the town council reports. In other words, we're nearing the end. Thank you all for your town council reports. I got a few things out to note. One was reported by Peter. The playground work group reported to the rec committee their preliminary redesign thoughts for the playground spaces and possible new pieces under consideration for that redesigned. So that is not a proposal, but I had a discussion with Oscar, who's one of the chairs, and they intend we agreed that they ought to, if they're ready to go, they can bring a proposal to the council in August, make a presentation, and then we won't actually do anything about it because now, as you might well anticipate, this will now get out there and we'll hear a lot of, we'll hear a lot from residents as to what that plan is, and then we'll start really looking at what they're proposing to do. And they have a lot of nuts and pieces. They've got forestry and beautification, they've got maintenance, they've got the wetland, it's wet out there. And then they've got everybody's.
Washington Grove.
So the plan is, so they believe they'll have a definitive proposal that is a master plan. And they'll present it in August, and then it can be taken up in September after comment is received. So don't tell anybody any more than that. I'm hoping there won't be any personal appearances next month in advance of the presentation. Because it's good to have your facts straight before you start objecting to.
It's pretty massive what they want to do, so.
Right, it's a big plan. I
It is a
mean,
big
it's a comprehensive plan.
Yeah.
Okay, the Gateway, John reported from the Gateway Committee. Here we are. The welcome sign at Shady Grove Crossing is completed and ready to install. Some of us, I'll speak for myself, had totally forgotten there was ever any discussion about a welcome sign where the walkway between Ridge Road and Picea Road or Way or whatever it's called, that little pathway is.
Where Ridge turns?
Yeah, right there, the second turn, right. Yeah, so, a sign, has been, and here's what the sign looks like. Here, if I share it with you, you'll see what the sign looks like. Okay. That dimensions of that thing is about 6 feet. Yeah, by 3.5. It's big, and that was my first reaction was, hey, this isn't for oncoming vehicles from 30, 50 feet away.
So is that
100
gonna be
feet.
like, the path is this way and it's gonna go?
Yeah, on the side of it.
Yeah, so my reaction was signage is being approved by the council. We all know how signage incites, gets the blood flowing. So I think we need to, the council needs to take a look at this as to whether this
So we
will
can
work.
actually,
But it's already been, this is the sign.
it's been made, but so
Probably
I've talked with the Gateway Committee, we've talked about this. And you gave us some information that.
Yes, I should
Also-
inform everybody else.
Right, so, well, okay.
You're right, and I.
Am I stealing your thunder?
Go ahead, you,
No, I don't believe it, so I don't.
I need to remind everyone, the
Yeah.
part of the Washington Grove connector work by
Mhm.
MCDOT is to put a very short path, multi-user path, handicap accessible and all, in this spot through that opening down to the street. Picea as well as on the Ridge Road. So my easiest way to deal with this is say, don't do anything till they're done. And somebody might say, well, that won't be till the year 2000, at 500. But no, they're actually moving along. And the construction's supposed to happen next year. We can hope that it will. And in conjunction with that, we obviously, I don't think anybody objects to having a sign, but we should have a sign.
Mhm.
And maybe we can get Parks to the MCDOT to cough up the sign.
I mean, it's fine. It's not great, but.
Not a huge.
It's, yeah. It's
It is kind of big,
I have a question about the process, so like, how did this get this far along? Like, who is?
It's been
saying-
it's been almost
Who's
5,
spending, who
Yeah.
got the authority to spend the money for this?
there was like,
No money, but.
there's like really no money,
But how
just
did it-
2 pieces of wood, so I mean.
So somebody in town made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, this isn't like the
Okay.
welcome.
The person who's not sitting there tonight actually made it.
Yeah,
Oh.
And he so it's been 5, Joan Mahaffey's niece designed it. And we actually, so I won't say that we paid her $100, but that was like 5 years ago, and we've been trying to get this made for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And so anyway, but what's
Really? How hard have we been trying to?
it's Washington Grove. And like, making signs, I can tell you like, you want to hear the whole story? Not
I not really. Just like an hour. I just.
Yeah, somebody's, the etcher's shoulder was hurt, and then there wasn't a round a bit, I mean, it's ridiculous. But anyway, with the Gateway Committee, because I agree with John, it is too big, but somebody volunteered their time, put a lot of beautiful work into it. And a
5 years.
compromise, a compromise, which was Steve's idea, was to,
Shave off the
basically,
edges.
yeah, shave off the edges and get rid of the Shady Grove crossing. And put that sign to replace the sign that used to be on Macaulay and Washington Grove Lane, which we took down because we walked and. not
and
useful.
repurpose the sign.
Repurposed it,
Cut it right here.
that was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I suggest.
oh, yeah.
But not-
Then it's
I mean, to put it, yeah, and to put it in the same location.
Yeah, you know which way.
Well, you
You
have to
don't need
have,
an arrow.
you really need
Figure
arrows
yourself.
though. Yeah, I mean, it's up to, I mean, I think that it's gonna be a long time before it's finished, and I think that this is a nice. It really bridges us with Shady Grove Crossing. We don't have a lot of, communication with them. I know Barbara's trying to change that. But,
That was the genesis of it. It was to try to have a relationship with.
Yeah. right, Well, that wasn't.
No, there's nothing,
Yeah.
I'm all in favor of a sign there.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
just,
I
it needs to be something that fits the location.
The path is only about 6 feet long.
No, the other problem too is that that area, there's
It's
beautiful
grown up.
trees there. It's, I was shocked a little bit at how much the trees there have
But-
all
but-
grown in.
By the
So,
time the MC,
Yeah.
TOT gets finished with
Mhm.
it, that vegetation will probably be reduced.
Right, right,
I mean, they may plant new
Yeah.
stuff, but to put it in,
yeah.
put in part of that. Yeah.
But this is like really similar to the rec committee trying to do the fall festival. It was kind of like an ignorance of, oh, what do we have to go for something as simple as this? Does the council have to approve? Because the council doesn't approve every sign, I don't think. I did go to get Hutch's sign approved by the council. So Hutch's Way, when we did that.
Well, because we just.
Yeah, but it was ignorance on, it was
You couldn't
ignorance, yeah.
rename.
You can't just start.
That's not
I'm
true.
gonna rename Oak to Compton
Compton
Way,
Way.
okay,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
my only reaction is, we have the really nice colorful signs. And then this one is kind of homely. I mean, it just, so doesn't it send a message to Shady Grove, like, hey, you people, like,
No,
this is a
this is
potential.
like our rear end that you're looking at here. a
No.
Lovely shade of brown, whereas like we have these really nice colorful signs
it's totally.
in the other areas.
They're totally different though.
You're right, they are.
No, but the whole purpose of the signs was totally different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that is also
And
evident.
if you want to there's those other signs.
Look, I don't, it's obviously well intentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
This is ugly and apparently
You think so?
huge, yeah,
I think it's good.
I find it
ugly and huge.
Yeah.
not sufficiently grown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, well.
But that sort of leads to the
Yeah.
question, like,
Yeah.
for something like a sign at the gateway to our town, like, I do think that the town council should weigh in,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
people, yeah. Instead of
Well,
like
I don't
have
understand
a
what-
fait accompli presented to us and like, we're gonna
Yeah.
put this up, I'm like, well, no,
I wouldn't call this.
I would say no.
Oh,
I don't.
Gateway.
Barely take authority for a no parking sign.
Look, this is a small thing, I just,
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay. Get my idea.
We need a
Sorry.
proposal.
No, I appreciate,
That's just my view.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
So is there any? What, was there any, so whether we decided anything?
Bring it up next month. This is just a comment on your report, John's report.
No proposal.
Okay, the Historic Preservation Commission, did discuss the Little Red House, on Locust, which by the way, that it be and we're, if not enthusiastic, we're
Yeah,
cautiously.
I think it bears some consideration of.
You have no time because she's got 7 people
Already?
very interested and there's somebody in the Grove who wants to buy it. So I'm just saying that I would love if the town did it, but if we were gonna do it,
Yeah, we
we
should.
gotta move now because it's unbelievable at that price and it's gonna be bid up, yeah. People want that house,
What is the asking price?
225.
Is it on town land?
No, it's not. It's on the edge of all things. It's going.
It was not discussed, when we discussed all of the properties that were.
That was left off.
Having,
So probably goes right down the middle.
that one was not one of them. Okay. And lastly, for the lake, they just that, the plan is to have another Contractors Appreciation Day,
Yeah.
August 24th. So I put it in there because, that's coming up, so it'll be in the bulletin presumably, because people should be invited. That includes the families and contractors. House cleaners, roofers, painters, lawn care, tree service, you name it.
It's great, love it.
Should all be invited.
Mhm.
And some of them may come this year. We should make it, we make an effort to,
If we had if Peter do
hot dogs.
the public relations, then,
Yeah.
right,
I mean, free food and drink, like.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's all I got out of the council
All the
report.
town people show up. You know
One
that.
question on the council.
Yeah,
report,
sure.
And it's the one about the gunshots at the lake.
Yeah, I wasn't at the meeting there. I guess someone just reported that they had heard it, was just kind of mentioned.
Yeah.
It wasn't fireworks.
Don't know.
Wow.
I mean, there was no, I can find out more about it. I wasn't at the meeting.
No, yeah, I didn't know.
It wasn't at noon, no, not noon, at 11 on July 4th. Okay, anybody else have any other comments on that? All right. Okay, next meeting is Monday, August 11th, hybrid meeting. Anything else? Anybody have anything else they want to try that? Okay.
Looking at Steve, am I supposed to say anything? No, we're good.
Good. There's obviously something. Yeah, all right, Momo meeting is adjourned.
Wow, nice meeting.
Yeah.
Yay, stormwater, yes.
Thanks, that really helped, John, with the pictures.
Yeah, that was,
Using it,
Yeah,
you know,
I
kind of an
right,
idea of
yeah,
what
what-
that was
What we're doing.
make it clear.
it's amazing that town looks that good. It really does. It looks amazing in those pictures. It's our town.
Oh, wow, the pictures only did justice to it.
The town does
It
look-
looked just that.
Town
good.
looks good this year,
Yes,
I tell you.
It looked worth it.
All that rain, it's green and
You get more lots.
Good night, everyone.
Good
And bagels, just love.
More lots.
You know, New York, all right.
No.
Okay, bagels and lots, hello. But they're the ones, right? Those are the cheapest. We should like, at the lake.
when you bought.
Is that, it's okay?
Yeah.
That was great that you did that, thank you, really. Can you imagine how hot it was that people, was it broken or was it just?
Well, incredible.